I'm going to show you my 8-figure strategy that I used with one of my clients to help them get from a ROAS of 1.95 to 4.94 in just 2 months. I will tell you everything step by step so that you can exactly copy and do the same thing for your brand. Now, why should you listen to me? I'm William, and over the past 2 years, we've generated more than 10 million in sales for 7 to 8 figure e-commerce brands. So when we started out, they were running a ton of campaigns with low budget and then basically having it horizontally spread out. Now this is a big mistake, because if you have more than one campaign actually targeting the same audience in Meta, that means that those campaigns are kind of competing against each other. That leads to an audience overlap and to your ads being less effective. Also, when you bid against other ad accounts, actually just one campaign bids against the other one campaign from another ad account. And if your budget is bundled in just one campaign, of course, you will have way better chances to actually outbid them. So what we did is consolidating that ad account to have just one super campaign where we have all the ads and do all the launches, and over time shut off all the other campaigns. Now, if you want to do that for your own account, you don't want to just switch off everything but one campaign. That would be a big mistake, because as long as something performs, it doesn't make sense to shut it off. So instead, we transitioned over time. What we did is launch all new ads in just one campaign, the campaign that we have selected to be the super campaign, ideally the campaign that has spent the most, that has the most data, and hopefully also performs the most. The other campaigns, we just let them run. They were running the old ads, but as you know, as they burn out over time, we had to reduce the budgets further and further until they got smaller, and then once the ads are fully burned out, because we didn't launch any new ads in those other campaigns, we could just switch them off. By that time, we had already the super campaign scaled up so that it basically replaced all the other campaigns. Now that alone, with the same ad creatives, will get you already better performance. And this alone got them to a ROAS of over 2. Now the next thing we did is focusing on top of funnel ads. The problem with that brand was that they were running mainly catalog ads and mainly middle of funnel ads. So ads that look like ads and ads that only make sense or are interesting to people who already know your brand. But if you want to absorb new people into your funnel, you have to make sure to actually make top of funnel ads. Now those ads blend in more with organic content. They are more entertaining, they are more educational, they are less salesy. And that way people get hooked into actually consuming the ad, even though it's an ad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can't sell in that ad. Actually, you should sell at the end, and also top of funnel ads while they are growing your business and while they might have a higher cost per acquisition than middle of funnel ads, they are way more scalable and they can be profitable as well. So what we did for that brand is just focusing on top of funnel ads during the whole 2 months. Now the third step we took is adjusting the ad budgets. Some brands want to scale really fast, and that was such a brand. So regardless of the ROAS, they just increased the ad budget. But you have to understand that when you increase the ad budget, what actually happens is that Facebook has to show your ad to a wider range of audience, to more people. Now the thing is that every single ad optimizes towards its ideal audience. So if you increase the budget, the ROAS is usually not static but goes down. That happens because the ad gets shown to the next best audience but not the best audience as you increase the budget and as more people get to see the ad. So essentially, unless you have very scalable ads, as you increase the budget, ROAS goes down, and as you decrease the budget, ROAS goes up. Now because that brand was not profitable, they actually realized that they have to increase their ROAS, and they were happy to do it even if we downscale for that. So we reduced the budgets. And as we did that in combination with top of funnel creatives and consolidating the ad account, what happened was actually very funny. Because when we started working, they were spending more than 100k per month with a ROAS of 1.95, which is about 230k per month revenue. And after we implemented all the steps, we were just spending 52k per month for them, but with a ROAS of 4.94. So they actually overall scaled the revenue and made about 256k per month. So we increased their revenue and drastically increased the monthly profit. This is very important to focus on, because most brands, they just look at, okay, how can I get as much volume as possible? How can I get as much revenue as possible? But in the end, it's not about the revenue, it's about the profit that you have per month. So depending on your goal, be it instant profitability or actually scaling and growing over long term, you might want to adjust your budgets according to that goal. Now, as we got them to that ROAS of 4.94, from there we just started scaling them with more top of funnel ads. Because now when we made a new viral ad, it performed even better with a ROAS of 5+. And then we were safe to scale because they just wanted to be at a ROAS of 4, so we increased the budgets, ROAS went down a bit, but it was still okay because they got more volume, they were still above their ROAS target, and we scaled. At some point, some campaigns had even a ROAS of over 13. But now, even if you follow these exact same steps, it isn't guaranteed that you will get the same results. Consolidating the ad account and adjusting the budgets is very straightforward. But making a few top of funnel ads that actually scale and go viral, that is the actual art of advertising. And many brands struggle with that because their creative team simply lacks the knowledge and the creative feedback loop to create such viral ads. And this is exactly what I do for 7 to 8 figure DTC brands. If you want strong ads that scale, check out the link below and book a free call with me. We will analyze your meta ad system, your creative pipeline and creative strategy, find the bottlenecks and build an action plan about how to solve them. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Keep scaling, see you next time.